Then you got a little history with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
How is that? You got history?
I'm from Chicago.
Yeah.
So I'm being exposed to a lot in the city like that, you know.
Yeah.
And they used to come to my grandma home, you know, and sit and talk with her. And then I ain't gonna front, I used to have a crush on one of them, one of the sisters, you know what I'm saying? I was young, I was about 10, so I used to always let her in. Get in trouble.
Get in trouble.
Yeah. Why you let him in? I'm like, she look good. So, you know.
That's funny.
I had that, you know, I was able to kind of get it, but a lot of my questions is that, you know, studying religion. You want me to raise the window or something, bro?
No, I'm gonna take the sweat out. Go ahead, I'm good.
Come on, little air, son.
I'm good. You know, we dressed for being outside.
Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir. So, I mean, I always, you know, had an idea about the religious concept. And my thing about the whole religious concept is that why would anybody want to be inside of a religion if you can have your own relationship, which is more significant than a religion to me? You know, so if I'm in a relationship with a woman, that means a relationship based on understanding. I'm understanding you. But if I have a quote like a religious type thing, meaning that we have rules. You know what I'm saying? So now I'm set by rules opposed to having my own independent thinking to say I can do what's right. I know what's wrong. So it was just like, I just feel like aspect keeps the minorities stagnated, and I believe that the religious aspect also keep people from elevating to their full potentials because they have a certain type of laws that, you know, they govern by. You know, certain people can't speak on certain things because of what? Their religion. But they say you're in the land of freedom, you know, so it ain't that much free. But my question would be to you, well, to y'all would be, do you believe that your God loves all races?
We should answer that scripturally.
But what?
It's not a partial God.
That's true. And then, see, the problem is when you get this as old as I am, you forget. Now, here's what it says. You know, the one that says, we got this cool thing now in the iPad there that you can search for like a key word, you know, in the Bible, and that really helps. So the word that I was thinking of is that one man, he made all the nations, and that's in I want to say it's
In First Colossians.
I was gonna say 1 Corinthians.
Colossians is talking about when,
Colossians, yeah.
Yeah, when y'all say that he was created through all nations and everything, and y'all also
yeah, you know, God made one man. So Adam, and then of course Eve, and then from that one man came the human race.
Interesting.
You see, now God, he's not the one that divides people up into, you know, blacks, whites, Indians, the one that does that. So he looks at people, you know, as all of his children, as his human family.
So you're saying God loves all races?
Yeah.
So do you believe that the people that enslaved us believe in that same God? So they wasn't reading the Bible?
Yeah, we Native American Indian, you know.
Right, so I know that's what I'm saying.
It's funny, a lot of people don't know that, you know, there's so much history. You know, there's so much history. Like, for instance, the natives, they don't know all their own history. and even a lot of the African Americans, they don't know the total history. And the politicians who've been to college and so on, they know that, and they kind of play on all that.
Mm-hmm.
So here's part of the problem. Yeah, a lot of when they came over to Americas, they were already enslaving some of the African. And the natives here were like, this is all new for us, for the natives here too. But they didn't. When they took the natives as slaves on ships back across Europe, a lot of them just died, first of all, on the ship. Of course, that happened to a lot of the Africans too. And then a lot of them they jumped in the ocean and decided to, take their chances,
Yeah.
But here's the thing. They were thinking they were reading the Bible, and that they were some kind of superior race, and the Bible never said that.
You sure?
Surely.
Sure.
Surely.
Okay.
The Bible never says that. God never said that, because what we're saying is that the Bible is God's word. God never said that there's one particular group of people.
And I'm glad you say that God said His word, because according to y'all book in this, and what does the Bible really teach? Page 11, verse 10, y'all say God means pure, holy, no bitter evilness, accept Him completely, according to Isaiah 6:3. Now, with that being said, you have a guy named Charles Russell who reworked God's words, who had prior to wrong predictions. But Charles Russell is the founder of other Jehovah Witnesses in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. But then you have a guy named Joseph Rutherford, that created the name, the scriptures, and everything. So how your words, you mean to tell me this guy saying that he can rewrite God's words better than God, but you saying accept God's prayer and don't add changes?
Yeah.
So it's contradictions.
That's a big one there. We just had a study at the meeting about God's word, the Bible itself, and it's interesting because they gave an example. If you take a classroom, just as an illustration, the professor gets up. He's got a piece of paper, and he wants everybody to copy it. 100 people. Copy this. All to copy it word for word.
Yeah.
And so, 100 people, they start copying it word for word. And now, the professor and his team, they get these 100 papers back, and they compare, and they find that
none of them are the same.
Yeah, they're all different. One guy left off some words. One guy added in a couple words. And yet out of 100, there's like 75, 80 people that did it word for word. So you're able to kind of figure out that these people have got it word for word. Some messed up. So some of them are messed up, and it's some of those translations. They've done that with the Bible. Now some of those have perpetuated themselves. But when you compare those with the master text, you can find out that there's some errors.
Right. So why would y'all create y'all own NWT scriptures?
So,
if y'all know this.
Yeah, we know that. So now we have to go back.
And you know this guy was a lawyer, right?
Charles Taylor?
No, Joseph.
Rutherford?
Joseph.
Yeah.
He was a judge too. Yeah. And he wrote in July 17, 1929, he said that he believed that the black skin is the curse because that was brought up on them from Noah, from the Canaanites, the Canaans, right? And he believed that they was the curse of the black skin, and that's foremost. And then in the 60s, he no longer teach. They took that out. They did doctrine and said, well, they was already cursed. You get what I'm saying? So you have a white prejudice man that's a lawyer whose profession is to say, I got to get you off. So I'm going to use the same scenario you use, but in a different way. I'm a lawyer. You come to me and you say, Justice, I had raped the child. I said, dang, they got all the evidence. Now, I know personally that you need your justice, but my job is to be a paid liar. So I got to convince the jury and the people that you didn't do this, even though there's evidence right in front of my face. Like, the glove didn't fit, must have quit. We know OJ did that. But, but this is a paid lawyer. So it's like people will look at Johnny Carter and be like, oh, he's amazing. But amazing what? Liar? Because this is what he did. So I'm saying to use that same individual that attacked a particular race, and he was a lawyer, his occupation, and he made magazine writings because I looked it up and I got him. So I'm like, how can anybody can fully say, hey, I'd rather take on your doctrine or your name of the religion?
Yeah.
I believe that people should be able to say, the same way you believe in this, I believe that you could use it without using the title.
Without using a title of
Jehovah Witness, which shows a history of people that had felt some sort of way. Because on y'all website, I looked on it on wj.org, they believe that the first black race started from a 600-year-old white couple, and that's Noah and his wife, because you got Shem, Japhet, and Ham.